Subscribe to Filmy Mirchi for all What Women Want episodes and click the bell icon to receive all updates.
Tell me the truth, ladies. बचपन में कितनी बार किसी बड़े को कहते हुए सुना होगा कि बेटा शादी के बाद हमेशा एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ता है. Adjustment my foot.
Filmy Mirchi presents Dabur Amla What Women Want. Co-powered by Chenny Chai.
Okay, maybe I overreacted there, लेकिन the problem is कि ये adjustment हमेशा adjustment नहीं रहता. अक्सर वो sacrifice बन जाता है. And that's not okay. My name is Kareena Kapoor and you're tuned into Dabur Amla What Women Want. And today we are talking about modern marriages. वो ज़माना जा चुका है जब शादी के बाद wife को हमेशा compromise करना पड़े. It's all about equal partnership now. So to talk about this topic, मैंने सोचा क्यों ना मैं एक ऐसे शख्स को बुलाऊं who I know shares the load equally in their marriage. That's right, people. You guessed it. Joining me on this couch right now for the Valentine's Day special of Dabur Amla What Women Want is my dear husband, Saif. Saif!
Ah, hello.
Finally,
Hi.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yes. Is this the second season?
Yes, this is the second season
Why
of
wasn't I in
What
the first
Women
season?
Want. We couldn't get your date.
Ah.
Firstly, thank you obviously for coming on my very special show and sharing your Dabur Amla story of
My
strength.
pleasure. I think the whole family's been on this. No? My mother's been on it. My sister's been on it.
Yes.
Your sister's been on it.
Everyone other than you. We were just
Now I'm
waiting
here.
for you. So
Better
when-
late than never.
So many marriages have gender-defined roles, Saifu. How important is it to define roles in a marriage?
Well, I mean, I guess it ends up happening, you know, ideally. I know lots of people are very happy living by themselves, but people who have chosen to share life with a partner, you know, you tend to find roles. People say you marry somebody who you can't be, you know, so the next closest thing to having that in your life is to marry it. So I think roles are kind of defined somehow. You find that, at least in our case, I mean, you find that there's certain things that, you know, you're so much better organized at doing, and there's certain things that, you know, maybe I could add some value to. So it works out like that.
Yeah, of course, where you're completely disorganized and
Yeah.
no form of time management whatsoever, but that's fine. We'll get on to the next question. Otherwise, we'll be just talking about
Yeah.
what we can do.
We're asking for some wine soon.
So, और जब बात responsibility sharing की आती है, तो I think the audience would like to know कि क्या हमारे marriage में कोई roles defined है? So why don't you start and then I can pitch in?
I guess so. I mean, I'm thinking of holidays for a start, you know, I mean, the kind of planning and the ticketing and the
So I'm in charge of
execution.
travel.
Travel and
you're in charge of
travel
chilling.
and administration.
So I'm doing all the dirty work. What are you doing?
But you know, going on holiday.
See, exactly. So then that's it. Okay. I don't think there are any roles defined. I think, if I may say. I think, because I think sometimes when I'm working, you're at home with Taimur. And when like you're working, when you did Lal Kaptan, if I may say, I think that was a patch where you were away for a long time.
Yes.
So you can, you know, talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sharing, I mean, sharing responsibilities, but also, I think, I remember Rani Mukherjee told me once, when we just started dating, you and I, because I don't think I'd ever been out with a working actress before, you know, in that sense.
Yeah.
So she said, just behave like you're in a relationship with a man. So I know what she meant. She meant that don't get into the gender of it. Treat it with like an equal. Like
very cool
if
thing
you've
to
got two
say.
heroes in the house, two people working and two people, and then you'll have no problems. And I think she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
So generally, you're a bit more organized. Your time management's amazing.
Time management.
So I really respect that. So I always leave it to you.
Okay, so great. So now everyone knows that it's all me.
Yeah.
And all my management skills, right?
Yes, yes.
Saifu, obviously all our fans, as you know, always say that we're couple goals and we're like the perfect couple.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, oh God, we want to be like Saif and Bebo. So what do you have to say to, you know, people who kind of idolize us?
Well, I think idolizing is a dangerous thing generally, you know. I think people should be respected for what they are known for. I mean, you can respect someone for being a nice actor, you can respect the idea of a relationship perhaps, or appreciate some things, but idolize is a really strong word because I don't think people really know, I mean, we're just like normal people, what goes into a relationship. If you're going to idolize someone more than movie stars, sometimes you should probably idolize the non-famous person next door, you know, who's managed to send his kids to school
somebody
happily.
like who's,
a nice
simple
balanced
and
middle class life is also worthy of adulation in that sense.
Not just celebrities.
Not because, but unfortunately we only know really celebrities when we want to give examples. And generally I think the life of a celebrity in a relationship can be quite tough. Like when we started going out also, I mean, it can be quite insecure. You don't know, I mean, you're working with attractive people and you're traveling the world and going all over the place. So to maintain a healthy relationship in those circumstances is sometimes a little hard, and anyone who's managed to do it with grace is worthy of respect. So there's lots of celebrity couples, I think, that have done it really well.
So which couple, according to you, is like acing marriage right now?
Well, again, acing marriage, I mean, who knows? I mean, you look like you're acing marriage and you might not be. So
that's also an art.
Yeah, but I like Virat and Anushka. I think they look really nicely balanced together. So, you know, they seem happy, and maybe it's because, you know, my parents had a similar balance that I kind of like appreciate that, like a movie star and a cricketer. Different worlds. And
but why aren't you saying that we're also acing marriage, yeah?
Well,
not just Virat and Anushka.
It's not good to praise yourself, no?
No, but now it's okay. We're at least setting some kind of goals, I think, in some way.
Well, nazar na lage. Perhaps that's why.
And now for a question that has always come up in our YouTube comment section, which is, what according to you should be that one mistake that should never be done in a marriage?
Well, I mean, you know, broadly speaking, disrespect, but, you know, very specifically, you know, don't be unfaithful. That's pretty much a relationship destroyer. Don't attack the maid. That'd be rule number one, I'd say. It's been known to happen, apparently.
Oh God. Saif, वो क्या एक चीज है जो लोगों को marriage में हमेशा करनी चाहिए? Like, you know, to keep the spark alive.
Role play.
Okay,
I'm joking.
Actually, our show is, we've spoken about every possible topic on the show, so I guess it's fine.
If you have slightly different things to do also, you know, if there's a little bit of freshness when you meet at the end of a day, or after a couple of days, if you have some new ideas to swap. So I think repetition and a mundane kind of existence is what is a bit worrying for everybody, because, you know, any long-term relationship can get a bit repetitive. I'm saying it's really
space.
So it's not space as much as different interests. Also, I think you should not be too pressured about keeping the spark alive. And it's a really scary thing.
Yeah.
You have to keep the spark alive.
Yeah.
Like,
then there's like too much pressure.
Like Woody Allen said, you know, he said, I can't keep up the same level of charm for 10 years, I'll have a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, have to so sometimes, you know, it's okay. You've got to find ways to keep your own spark alive.
But like you always say that you keep saying that we should go out for dinner and then like come
no, of course
home
there's
and
basic
I'm like really
things.
tired
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, okay.
I mean,
so
you know,
a little bit of an effort.
Laziness is a villain generally in life, you know. If you can, and people say love also is a verb. It's something that, you know, has to be shown and practiced. Like if you don't feel like it and you go and pick someone up from the airport once in a while, you know, it just makes things
so then
a
you
little
should
nicer.
do that as well.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's why
clearly you're not keeping
don't get me on the show.
You're not coming to pick
I'll
up
be
the
exposed.
It's been 11 years. You haven't bothered.
I picked you up once because your mother called and said that there's trouble in London or something.
But that was like, I think that was also 10 years ago.
It wasn't that long ago. It was about 3 years ago.
No, I don't think so.
People have compared marriage to like a base camp, you know, and if you want to climb mountains, you need a good base camp before you can climb a mountain. But if you spend all your time climbing mountains, there'll be no base camp left.
But
so
that's an amazing thing.
If you can balance those things, I mean, that's the way to do it.
And I think you do that.
I mean, I think we both do that, and it's important.
Everyone learns from their parents' marriage, Saif. What have you learned from Amma and Abba's marriage?
Well, the fact that you can be really different in your interests and career choices and passions, and at the same time have a really healthy relationship about and be together and be, you know, committed to each other and absorb each other's kind of lives. I don't know how much he absorbed about films, but he was very happy to support her. And we never really talked too much about cricket at the dining table. We didn't talk about films too much. We talked about the real world, and normal friends would come over and they would talk about things that were happening and just normal kind of conversation. So I think the main thing I learned is to respect your partner's life without trying to take it over, and also you know, how they found interests that they shared. Look, it's about respecting each other And there are no such things as gender roles. Like you did this film Key and Car, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as the house is running and it's running decently, I mean, well, and kids are being nourished in a loving environment, doesn't matter who does what or how it's done.
Well, thank you. That was fun.
It's
and
my way of saying thank you is to come on this show, you know.
yeah, considering of course you've come after a year.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much,
you for
Saif.
having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hope you're liking my show. अगर आपको मुझसे कोई बात बोलनी हो तो please comment below.